Hey YouTube, how you doing today? Alan back again, and I have another spinner to review. This one was requested by a subscriber. They wanted to see this this spinner reviewed. It is by Atesson, A-T-E-S-S-O-N. This is basically just a standard tri-spinner in aluminum, but this one has a removable R188 bearing, which is a good thing, and it has these brass weights, as you can see, in the arms, which really give this thing some heft. You can really wear your fingers out trying to fidget with this thing. So it is a very nice spinner, very long spin times, great for a tabletop spinner, but using it with your hands will definitely cause some finger fatigue. I can't use it much more than a few minutes before my fingers start getting tired. So before they start to get tired, let's go ahead and take this thing down to the tabletop. We'll break it down, we'll go over it, and I'll give you my thoughts. Let's head on down there right now. All right, it's up close and personal time with this Atesson tri-spinner. Comes to you in a little kind of a faux leather pouch. A little bit nicer than the other ones I've seen. Has the nice rivets on the back there, and also has a keychain, kind of a connector clasp there, so you can hook it to your keychain if you need to. Just don't drop it in the water because it'll sink right to the bottom. This thing is heavy. It is a nice, smooth spinning tri-spinner. Has those big brass weights in the arms in lieu of 608 bearings. Get a good look at it there. It's kind of a machined aluminum. You can see the lines in it there. Kind of nice though. Doesn't detract from the thing at all. It's got nice, deep, concave buttons. So it balances really well, and it really does. It balances great for as big and bulky and heavy as it is. It does balance well, but one of the issues I have with this thing is its fidget ability. It will literally wear your fingers out if you're trying to sit there and fidget it, and it does. It gets to the point where it just feels like it's too heavy. You're trying to move way too much mass with your finger like that, and it gets your fingers quite sore. So there is that. Keep that in mind if you're thinking about picking one of these up. They're really inexpensive, so they're not too pricey. If you want a spinner that's going to spin like, I don't know, forever. If you look in the upper left corner, I have a spin time test going on this spinner. Does great on a table spin, and by the weight of this thing and just the way it feels is trying to fidget it, it's probably going to be one of those spinners that you break out and you just spin it on the table. It's probably about the most you're going to be able to do with it. Otherwise, your fingers are going to maybe start to cramp and fall asleep, and just yeah, to me it's too much. A lot of people like a heavy spinner, but this is like ridiculous, I guess you could say. But it is nice. It's nicely machined aluminum with those nice brass weights in there, and they're very nicely put in. There's no gaps, there's no raised areas, so they're nice and smooth all the way around. Easy enough. You could take some never dull to these, and you can actually make them pop a little bit more just by putting a nice shine on them. So you do have that available to do. The bearing, let's take a look at the bearing, as it's got to be, I'm guessing, heavy duty. It is a R188. It is removable, and the thing I do not like about this, I'm going to move it up a little bit closer. I want you to take a look at this retaining ring. There are no grooves cut into it to where you can use a tool to take it off. So you have to, it is knurled on the sides, and I don't even know, oh yeah, there it goes. It is tough to get off. And what I think I'm going to end up doing with this one is taking my Dremel and putting my own grooves into the top of the retaining ring just so I can use a tool to take it out. It feels like it's really light. I'm guessing this is probably aluminum as well, so you might want to be really careful with this just because it is a very soft. Aluminum's pretty soft, so you don't want to screw these threads up. You screw those threads up, then basically you have no way to hold your bearing in. And there you go. It's just your basic R188 bearing. Nothing super special about it. I wouldn't expect it for the price point of this spinner. Look at the insides. They're actually the blue is all the way down. It's not like they left anything out. It's nice and smooth. The threads feel really good, so that's not going to be an issue. So as far as that goes, as far as the manufacturing of it goes, it was done very, very nicely. Like I said, this thing is definitely built for table spinning. So if you want to work your hands out, you can obviously fidget with it. But the fidget ability with this spinner is not the greatest in the world. It's really hard to mess with. It's really hard to hold on to. Tires your fingers out really quick. So just kind of keep that in mind. I did this review as a request from one of my subscribers, Dan, who asked to see this. So, Dan, this was your baby right here. So, this is what you wanted to see. It is, for what it is, it's great, and the price point, it's absolutely fantastic. If you want a spinner that's going to spin almost 10 minutes, this is definitely the one right here. So, and one thing I like to do, I like to take it and do a quick warp segment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to step outside real quick. I'm going to put this baby outside, let the sunlight hit it, and we'll see what she looks like when she warps. So stay tuned for that. It's coming up right now. Welcome back. That was absolutely cool. I love the way this thing looks when it warps. It's a nice, bright, sunshiny day today, so definitely a good day to do those warp videos. So, another real quick thing I just wanted to touch on. You can see the caps on this thing they're fairly concave, not super, super concave, but they're definitely concave enough for you to balance this thing on your fingers. And it does inset down a little bit. You can see all the way around the buttons. You can see how it kind of drops down a little bit right there. So, and then the button sits down in there. That'll kind of help keep dust and debris out of it. So there is that. Like I said earlier, this thing is a beast. It is a monster. It's very, very heavy. So I think what we'll do now is we will find out exactly how heavy this beast actually is. So I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. There we go, so we can see what we're looking at. And it looks like right now I'm on grams, so let's set this baby on there. And let's get a gram weight. You'd be ready to freak out. This thing's going to be heavy. 108.9, so about 109 grams. So this thing can probably double as a weapon. I'm guessing. Might need a permit to carry, who knows. All right, let's check it out in ounces. Wow, almost a quarter of a pound. That is absolutely crazy. 3.84 ounces. Very, very heavy. Just a monster of a spinner. It's very nice to look at. It's beautiful, blue with that gold brass color. It looks fantastic. And for the price, if you want a real good desktop spinner, I would definitely recommend this just because of its spin time ability. It just spins for seems like forever, and it's very, very smooth. For a standard size tri spinner, it feels silky, silky smooth. It's not real loud. Let me put it up and let you hear it. You may have been able to hear it. It's really not loud. It's great, definitely for what it is. It's absolutely fantastic. It doesn't make a whole ton of noise. You can see that, you know, the tabletop will amplify it a little bit, and in this case, it's not obnoxiously loud. It's an okay spinner. I'm not disappointed with it. You can definitely pick one of these up. It is available on Amazon. I'll leave a link below so you can go check that out. I want to thank you for hanging out with me a little bit today. Appreciate you spending some time. Up in the left-hand corner, if you'd be so kind as to stomp on that subscribe button for me, that'd be awesome. Keep up with the other videos that I put out. And over on the right-hand side, I'm going to have another of my videos posted. So, once again, thanks for hanging out with me. Remember, keep calm, spin on, peace.